Hello everyone, today I explain zero copy clone. Zero copy clone is a feature to create a copy of existing objects like tables, databases, schemas, tasks, streams, and file formats and etc. We can't pay any additional cost because cloning is just a reference of existing objects. It means that when we create a cloning, we can't add any additional storage. That's why we can't pay any additional cost. It is a good feature in Snowflake. We can create a cloning of databases, schemas, tables, stages, file format, sequence, streams, and tasks. We can't create a cloning of internal stages and external tables. Now we start with using Snowflake console UI for practice how to create a cloning of objects. Let's create a permanent table and insert some records. Records are inserted. Now we can create a cloning from permanent table to the permanent table. This check is passed. Now we can create a cloning from permanent table to the temporary table. This check is also passed. Now we can create a cloning from permanent table to the transient table. This check is also passed. Now we can create a temporary table. Inserted some records in a temporary table. Records are inserted. Now we can create a cloning from temporary table to the permanent table. This check is failed. We can't create a cloning from temporary table to the permanent table. Now we can create a cloning from temporary table to the temporary table. This check is passed. Now we can create a cloning from transient table to the transient table. This check is also passed. By using this, we can create a cloning from temporary table to the transient. Now we can create a cloning we can create a transient table. Inserted some records in a transient table. Now we can create a cloning from transient table to the permanent table. This check is failed, so we can't create a cloning from transient table to the permanent table. Now we can create a cloning from transient table to the temporary table. This check is failed. This check is not failed. This check is passed. Now we can create a cloning from transient table to the transient table. This check is also passed. Now next object is sequence. Sequence is a behavior just like an identity column. We can set the starting of the starting value and also incremented value in identity column also in sequences also. So we create a sequence. It start with 1 and incremented by 2. Sequence is created. Now we can create a cloning of sequence. Yeah, we can also create a cloning of sequence objects also. Now we can create a file format. File format type is CSV. Compression is auto. File delimiter is comma separated. File record delimiter is next line. Skip header. We can't skip the header. That's why its value is 0. So other properties are also there. These properties are optional. So we can create a file format. File format is created. Now we can create a cloning of file format. Yeah, we can create a cloning of file format objects is also. Now we can create a internal stage. Internal stage is created. Now we can try to create a cloning of internal stage. I already explained we can't create a cloning of internal stage, but let's check it whether it's created or not. Yeah, it gives the error because we can't create a cloning of internal stages. Now we can create a table, permanent table, and then create a stage and then create a file format File format is created. Now we can create a pipe. Pipe is created. I in later session I explained what is pipe, what is internal stage, and what is file format. Uh, in this session we covered only cloning of objects. So by this query we can check whether the pipe is running or not. When we created a pipe, it is automatically in running stage. When we want to pause the pipe, we just type alter pipe name set pipe execution paused is true. When this query is executed, the execution stage of pipe is paused. Now we can check whether the pipe is running or not. The pipe is execution state is pipe is paused. When when we set the parameter is false, now pipe is running state. Now we can create a cloning of pipe. We can't create a cloning of pipe because this pipe is created by using the internal stage. When we create a cloning of pipe, when we create sorry when we create a pipe using the external stage, then we can create a cloning of pipe. Otherwise we can't create. So you have to remember that if the pipe is using the internal stage, we can't cloning of this pipe. If we can create a cloning, we can create a pipe by using the external stage. We can uh, create a cloning of the pipe. Now we can create a task is schedule is in every 30 minutes using this warehouse compute underscore wh, and the task is running a select current timestamp. Now by this command we can when we created a task in pause state. When we that's why when we want to resume the task, we just type this command alter task name resume. By this query the task is running state. Now we try to create a cloning of tasks. Yeah, we can create a cloning of tasks is also. Now we can create a table. Next object is stream. So I covered the stream in this. So table is created. Now we can create a stream in this table. Stream is just like to maintain the log of tables, whether at which time we updated the table, at which time we inserted the records in the table, at which time we deleted the records in a table. It maintains all the log activities by using the stream. By default, stream have a maximum capturing is of stream is 14 days. So you have to under. I covered these things in later session to explain the stream object. So now we can create a cloning of stream. Yeah, we can also create a cloning of stream objects is also we can also cloning of databases and schema is also. But sorry, not but when we create a cloning of databases or schema, child objects inherit the grants and privileges also. So in this session I cover uh, all the objects cloning of all the objects. Also in this session we explain what is cloning and what is the behavior of the cloning and different using the different objects to create a clone. So also you noted the point We can't create a cloning of internal stage and external tables. So all these things in this topic, in this session, sorry. So you have to, in next session, I explain what is tax and what are the benefits of tax. So thank you all of you.